Welcome to this week's race show where myself and little Dan Lloyd are going to take you through all the action. We've got national championships coming from Brazil and France, and we've got the UCI Eliminator World Cup from Graz, Austria. Let's get going, it's the race news. It was the fourth round of the IXS German Downhill Cup this weekend, taking place in Ilmenau. Over 100 men took to the start line to battle out for their nation's sleeve, but it always come down to just one, and that was 29-year-old Benny Strasser, who took the win in a time of 1 minute 57.8, less than a second lead over Rick Balbier. In fact, the times are so tight in the men's finals that the 7 riders finished all within the second of one another, from second place down to 8th. Amazing. Over to the women's field now, and out of just 9 races, it was Kim Schweimer who took the win with a time of 2 minutes 19.5, closely followed by Spella Horvat 7 seconds after. Great racing over in Germany. Now to the Brazilian National Downhill Championships. A very challenging track was the order of the day for everyone involved in this race in Londrina, Brazil. Rain and mud was pushing everyone to their limits. Lucas Bertol is the 2018 National Downhill Champ though, from Brazil for the 3rd time in his career too. He's over the moon with the run that made the win possible. His Instagram says simply, "Try Brazilian champion, it's happiness that does not fit," which I think is a great sentiment. Jesus Pradella came in second with William Bortolozzo in 3rd. William was another who rushed to his Instagram to share his feelings. Too happy to be on that podium. It's great to see when the results mean so much to the racers. Very cool. In the women's race, it was a big win for Lais Rezadori Fleck, who is now the proud owner of the national jersey. She qualified fastest and handled that pressure to follow it up with a win with the fastest run. Bruna Ulrich came in 2nd and was ecstatic with that silver medal, saying that she has never had a track challenge quite like the one here in Londrina. In her Instagram, "Just too much mud, too heavy," was how she described it. Now the French National Championships downhill. I've been looking forward to this one. Over to Morzine, where the French National Championships attracted some of the fastest racers in the World Cup standings, because they're all French at the moment. But the biblical rain and thunderstorms threw a spanner in the works, and the rains descended upon the already technical and demanding track. With the weather hindering clean race runs, the field was wide open for the taking. In the women's, hot favourite Myriam Nicole took the lead in qualies, but slipped into 3rd overall as the unexpected winner Fiona O'Doul took the win in 4:29.62. A whopping 18-second lead over second place's Adelina Fontaine. Crazy results. Halfway through finals, the rain descended once more, which saw the hot favourite slip further down the rankings. Just to give you an idea on how bad the weather was, current World Cup leader Amaury Pierron finished in, wait for it, 111th place. Loic Bruni in 114th and Loris Vergier 126th. The unlikely winner was 20-year-old Gatan Vige, riding for Scott Velo Solutions with a time of 3 minutes 14.47. Congratulations, new French national champion. And now over to Invermere, British Columbia, where the Canadian National Championships got underway. Dry and dusty conditions proved favourable for 20-year-old Magnus Manson, who stole the win from Hugo Langevin with the closest time perhaps ever recorded, 0.02 of a second. So it was 3:04.79 to 3:04.77, incredible. And the Canyon Factory Racing's Mark Wallace scooped up 3rd place. And now to the women's field. Battling out for the Canadian sleeve were some fierce riders, but it was Via Veerbach who was victorious, winning with a time of 3:34.41, ahead of Miranda Miller, who crossed the line 5 seconds behind. A surprising gap there. Fast and furious racing in Graz, Austria for the MTB Eliminator World Cup. A mixture of cobbled streets, man-made berms, some rollers, wooden jump blocks, and the expected slick city turns were all on the menu. This discipline looks exhausting, but certainly makes for an exciting spectacle. Good job too, because this is the UCI's effort at getting a version of XC into the city centres around the globe and attracting plenty of new fans to the wider MTB sport, so we need it to be a lot of fun to watch. In Graz, the racing was very close, and Anne Terpstra was over the moon to be taking the win from Irina Popova and Marion Colin. In the men's race, it was even tighter, and the sprint for the line was won by Austria's Daniel FEDERSPIEL. The double world champ was very excited and proud to take the top step on home soil. The talented 22-year-old Hugo Briata from France was in second, and Fabrice Mels in third. Some great racing this week. Thanks very much for watching. If you've got anything you'd like to send in to the race show, then send it into racenews@gmbn.com. We would be grateful to hear about your races and see any photos and videos from the events you've been at. That would be very cool. Now, if you'd like to stay with GMBN, why don't you click just here where you can see Blake teaching you how to do manuals with his manual machine. Yeah, very clever device that. Click on the globe to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like, and I'll see you next week on the Race News or on the Dirt Shed Show this Friday. See you later.